What are you doing?
I am itching my leg and hiding from mosquitoes and wondering how we're gonna eat dinner tonight. We might be cooking in a tent.
Oof. In bear territory.
Yeah. Because I knew there was a creek back there.
I told you to follow the road.
The road circles around, it's not on the road. It's after the campsites. I think we stopped too early.
We got an Airbnb in Mammoth with 12 of our closest friends, packed in like sardines. One of the nights we were there, we had a hiker feast. Everyone brought something to the table, and we had a great time making cherished memories with our little Tramily. David almost died one night, but that's a story for another time. After leaving Mammoth, we stuck with our Tramily for a bit. It's interesting the different experiences that people have on trail. One of our Tramily were informed of some bad news on the trail and had to make some real hard decisions. He felt strong to continue and was crushing miles, but an emergency at home arose, and because he was an international hiker, he couldn't just simply pop home real quick to deal with it. He handled as much as he could on the trail, but eventually relinquished his trip and returned home, leaving a good half of the trail unfinished, much to his dismay. We were dealing with our own issues in this section. Mosquitoes had decided that this was the time to strike.
Saracha. What are you doing?
I am itching my leg and hiding from mosquitoes and wondering how we're gonna eat dinner tonight. We might be cooking in a tent.
Oof. In bear territory. Oh, look at
Your legs are really bad.
all that. Oh, look at this feller trying to get in here.
I feel like trapped. No, look at these. There's 3 of them right here.
Oh,
4 of them, 5. They're everywhere. I did not close my vestibule. Probably should have.
I did. We set up the tent so quick. You see the freaking backpack is inside.
I bet you my backpack has so many on it. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Should I put on a shirt?
I'm gonna go. Actually, let me take my shoes off first.
Yeah, you should do. Okay. World record. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay.
World record, Sarah. You got this. Stop itching.
It's not even a single one. It's literally, I gave up on trying to itch one mosquito bite.
Yeah, you just itch the whole calf. Or the whole leg. Or the whole back of the leg.
Okay. Let's get all these guys all upset. So maybe we go outside. 1.
World record on.
Oh no! I panicked!
You suck. Hurry up!
Oh,
Hurry up!
they're coming.
We're gonna freaking die!
Someone got it. Okay. Did you get that one?
Yes, it was on your back and I killed it. Live. I killed it live, Sarah.
This is awful. This is exactly what insanity feels like.
Oof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's literally just a line.
I don't even want to count mine.
My hand yesterday had 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
How's that triangle?
This one looks pretty gnarly. It's really trying to do its thing.
Yeah. You got one on your foot.
And there was one there originally, and then one there. I also have one here, there, and there.
Right.
Oh, don't show my gross feet. I really want this to show up. How many there are. All over the place. Ugh. There's just tons right here. And they won't focus because they're too small. But all those little black dots, see? And they're flying everywhere. And it's awful. I don't like it. They're so funny when they run across the snow. Come on, do it again. Figures. They're so funny.
The desert had been blissfully void of the tiny terrors, and even the beginning of the Sierra had shown great mercy. But as soon as we passed into Yosemite National Park, it seemed like someone had kicked an angry nest and they were out for blood. I remember crossing a beautiful meadow. The sun was gleaming on it. The grass was extra green, just like you'd see in a picture, you know? And I turned to look at my arm, and to my horror, I saw about 20 mosquitoes perched on my one arm. It drove me to the brink of insanity. We had thankfully been smart enough to grab a tiny bottle of bug spray at Kennedy Meadows that we had been toting around. Unlucky for us, half the bottle had evaporated, so we were left rationing our bug spray. Each person was allowed 2 sprays per leg per day. It lasted for about half a day before we sweated off, so we would typically wait until midday to spray ourselves, as there were usually less in the morning and we were much more energetic, and so it was easier to outrun them.
On that, and then shimmy over here. No. David. Yeah. And then I kind of just pushed off onto there. Yep. That's the trail.
The water in this area was incredible. So much water was rushing through these creeks and rivers, and we were just hoping not to get swept away with it. People had lost trekking poles, and a good friend of ours watched one of his go right over a waterfall. He said that he almost lost his footing too and could have been seriously hurt if he had followed the pole over the falls. Mother Nature was doing her thing again and reminding us of how little control we have in our journey. We were merely tiny specks in the vast wilderness of these mountains.
Yep.
In the desert, I spent a lot of time looking at the little things. And in the Sierra, I felt like I was the little thing, amongst these massive mountains that I was adventuring through. There's something comforting about knowing that there are things much bigger than myself. It helps to remind me that the world is not literally on my shoulders, and that even if I escape for just a little bit, the world will continue to spin without my assistance. These rocks have been here long before I was born. They were shaped by the water that runs through it, the snow that sits on top of it, and the people that treasure it. And they will go on well past the number of days that I have left. How great it was to be constantly moving, yet sitting so still inside, while we relished our journey on the Pacific Crest Trail.
Good. Oh. Good job, David. No. That is what creates that.
Sriracha! Today's the day we succeed.
We succeed in the Sierras. Finally. Poles are a little off. Are you ready?
Yes.
So ready.
Let's go. After going through a very exposed section of the trail, we finally reached the other side of the mountain, and we could finally see what was on the other side. It was just a giant field covered in snow. Either way, we kept on pushing because we knew we were about to finish the Sierras. This meant we were getting rid of our bear canisters, unlike our friend Jacob, who got rid of his tent and ended up keeping his canister. And just like that, we made it to Kennedy Meadows North.
And he's off. Maybe not. You gotta let your backpack up.